Travel to the second degree. What is it? It's a mathematical 6 degrees of separation. Most people know 6 degrees of Kevin Bacon, but Kevin Bacon didn't start it. It's actually a mathematician that came up with the theory in the 50s that the entire world is connected by only 6 introductions. So if you thought of anybody in the world, Gandhi, if he were still alive, you could get to him by just 6 of your introductions or your personal friends and family are first degree. Their friends and family that they could introduce you to are second on to 6 degrees. And so they actually tested this theory in 1989, 1990, and found, lo and behold, it is on average 6 degrees. So we're very connected. So I started my project to decide that I was going to travel all 50 states and only visit second degree and up. Well, you're not. You're an emergency. You're my first rule. I broke the rule with you.
I would let you get to Wisconsin though without.
And I love these cheese curds. They are amazing.
But they need to pay me first.
I've never had a cheese curd. Delicious.
The things in Wisconsin you have to have are fish fry,
Rent is coming.
an old fashioned, and cheese curds.
Well,
One done.
I know, right?
one check. Anyway.
And beer. You've had a lot of beer.
Oh yeah, you're right. Well, they are very good with their beer. But anyway, so travel second degree. I was really concerned I wasn't going to have enough people to visit, and it's just been overwhelming. Like the hospitality, my whole project's called Searching for Humanity through Second Degree Connections. And so really trying to understand how people will show humanity to a stranger just because a friend of theirs suggested it. And it's been overwhelming. I need to write it. I need to blog about it. I do 60-second videos on Travel Second Degree on Instagram, Michelle on Facebook, YouTube.
How do you? I'm gonna ask 2 questions, so that we can really this conversation can really hopefully be even more immense to whoever's watching this video. One is, how big do you think the world is? Talk about what you think it is, because I use the word big, but you really think it's small.
Oh yeah, the world is so small. I just continue to, I kind of laugh, not at people, but with people just when they think the world is serendipitous, like, oh my God, or they think that one thing that happens is so, oh my gosh, it's so lucky that I met this person, or it's so interesting how, and they're always saying these things, but it's really small. The world is so small. I just continue to see the similarities and how connected we are, and I really want to help create a movement to show people that you got to stop being so mean. You got to stop being such a jerk, because there's around you probably a plethora of second and third degree that every single person that you're cutting off, that you're flipping off, that you're being mean to, that you're being rude to in the store, that's somebody's cousin, friend of one of your first degrees that mean a lot to you. And you would not do it if you knew how close the world was. So it's very small, and I just think that people need to stop being so mean if they realize how small it was.
Totally. You answered my second question. It was really, what's the magnitude of what happens when we acknowledge our second degree and third degree people in our life?
You're accountable. Yeah. You're accountable. So that's the other thing. I mean, I just am more accountable. Even when I come into a city, I don't know who my second degree is that I'm going to connect with, and it makes me act differently. Like from the gas station to the grocery store, wherever I go, I don't know. It's a complete stranger that somebody that I care about, who cares about me, has connected me. How dare I be rude to anybody in that city or that town or that state? Because that could be the person I'm staying with. And it just really changes the way you think about things. It changes the way you act. It makes you accountable to be more human, to show humanity to everybody.
I'm going to ask this last question, and then you can add in whatever you want. How has it been so far to be a woman of color?
I am a woman of color.
Well, but like on this trip, because one of your first posts, which I still am laughing about, was like, oh my God, all the white people.
Oh my God, the Midwest is very white. I was laughing with you that the mosquitoes really have never, you could tell they haven't had dark meat. and not that I'm all that dark, but I you know, I mean, I'm like definitely thigh, your breast, and they love the juicy meat. I think I could die because I have so many mosquito bites, but it's been shocking to me to see. Well, first of all, I'm in Madison, and it's been the first real city I think I stayed in that is so refreshingly diverse. I guess what I'm used to in LA a little bit, and there's prejudice everywhere, and there's narrow-mindedness, and I think it's just ignorance, not intentional most of the time. But what I found is that most people are really nice. They don't have the anonymity to say maybe what they have heard or what they've passed on, family generation after generation, because I'm in their face and I'm right there. I'm making a connection, and it's different because all of those prejudices go away because it's just goofy me, and they don't see like, oh, all of these personas that somebody might have thought of. And I haven't seen it. I was a little nervous. I thought I was going to see a lot of like feeling down or looked down, like, because I grew up in an interracial family, so I felt that from my very close family members. But I have not felt it in any home I've stayed at yet. And I've been to 17 states, so I don't know. I haven't been to the South. We'll see.
What do you still need for your trip?
I still need some connections. The South is, that's kind of a locked door for me right now, and I definitely would love to see some more people of color, some more people of just different walks of life. I really, I know it's the Midwest, so most of the people are generally Caucasian, and they've been wonderful and lovely, but I'd like to see the breadth and depth and height of our country. And I think it might tell a little bit about who my connections are, I don't know, I haven't seen that. I would be sad if the only people that were hospitable were white in my connections. I don't know, it's a weird thing to say, but it's true. I mean, it's all about truth, it's all about just observation, and I want some soul food.
I think part of it is it's the beginning of the trip.
It's the beginning of the trip,
and it's all going to start coming together. So
yeah. So
any last words?
Yeah, if you know me personally, please get on the phone and get your connections. Let them know that I'm not right. I'm 2-star or 5 stars, not 2 stars. 5-star guest. I'm a 5-star.
You're gonna fight with her.
Yeah, because I sleep in my Jeep. But get your connections and let me meet them, because I want to meet them. I want to see them, and I want it to be face to face and one-on-one.
Perfect. Thanks. What's the most shocking thing that you've seen so far?
The love. The love is the most shocking thing. Like, I thought I was going to see shocking things that, but I come from a pretty rough, I come from a rough situation. So it would take a lot to shock me in that realm. But it was shocking to me how much love and warmth and just openness that people show, and immediately feeling like part of their unit. I need some of his fries. I rate every food place by the quality of their fries.
Interesting, because a lot of them just make them and then put them in the window.
Oh, be quiet. I double dipped. No shame. Oh, I got my own too. Here.
Clearly, I don't care.
Clearly.
We've been sharing food for almost 8 years.
A long time. Thank you. Oh, wait. I want my... Thank you.
Your salad?
Yeah, my salad. That's my greenery. My vegetables are the celery in my Bloody Mary. What were you saying? Shocking. Part of a unit, like just, and the sharing and the excitement. Like I was in not last night, I was at View, but the night before, I was in Utica, and I saw Starved Rock, and just Nicole, she was actually my third degree, so she showed me everything. Like, we hiked, and she just, the pride, you know, the pride of each town, the pride of each accomplishment, the pride of each trial, because they had a big, I kept calling it a hurricane. They were like, we don't have hurricanes. It was a tornado. I was like, oh yeah, tornado. But yeah, just, I saw the whole picture album of the tornado, and it just, I don't know, that kind of stuff was just shocking to me at how open and excited and loving. Those markers in life, they mean something. And when you meet a stranger, it's that they're accepting into their life. They're showing you those markers, and it makes you feel connected.
Totally.
Talking with my mouth full. I'm from California, I'm rude. People kept saying, this is...
I'm changing drinks.
People kept saying that, oh my gosh, this is a trip of a lifetime. And I actually took a tiny bit of offense to that statement. And then it's not their fault. I hate that people are saying that this is my trip of a lifetime. I was like, this is a trip of my lifetime. This is not my trip of a lifetime.
We have a hard time acknowledging other people's bubbles. I've been learning this a lot with my parents and with the other people, especially people who are getting older in my life, that they're in their world. That is a trip of a lifetime, you know, and there's nothing wrong with that, and nothing, you know, like that would be their trip of a lifetime. But for you, I know for me, like that's not like and that's also privilege. So acknowledging the privilege to be able to do that,
Right.
and then
That's why I said it's not, you know, I try not to get, I never say, I just say that actually. I hope that's not the trip of my lifetime, because this is really about self-development, growth, you know. This isn't Bali for 5 months, hanging out on the beach, surfing and being naked. No, that's a trip of a lifetime.
when are we taking that trip?
Right after this one. Yeah, scuba diving and all of that. Massages daily. This trip, you kidding me? A trip of a lifetime. I'm sleeping in my car. Which I love. Which I love.
Her dog doesn't.
My dog loves it.
Her dog wanted to stay with me last night.
I think she did.
She's at my house right now, sleeping on my couch.
Probably on your bed. But anyway, so I did want to get back to your question. What was the original question? So the whole thing I wanted to say, just is not a trip of a lifetime. But, my trajectory. How is this going to change my life? So I live moment to moment. You know, I don't live, like I'm constantly trying to see through things and think through things, and so I don't believe this is going to be some huge life-changing thing, because this is how I always live. You know, people...
You're speaking the choir.
Yeah, I mean, I always live like this. I'm always moving, and I'm always doing something that is challenging and something that's outside of my box, maybe not outside of everybody's box. So, yeah, I think that is I think it's a proper question. Like, how do I think this is going to change my life? The same way it changes my life in every single thing I do. In the way I'm really thinking. So I know my high water mark is high. Like, just because I have ovaries the size of Texas. I don't really, I don't need a lot to live. Like, those are all things that will hold people back from making crazy ass decisions. You do need supporters for sure, because we all need that, and we need, we just need that. We're fragile creatures. But yeah, we definitely can go off and be early adopters or early inventors and do it. So it scares me that sometimes I'm doing a job that a lot of people can do, and I'm leaving the job that probably only a few people can do empty. Right? Because there's only one person. There's only one you, there's only one me, and there's only one of us that think. I mean, there's a ton of people that come up with the same ideas, but I've talked to 100, probably 1,000 people and everybody's like, "Where did you come up with this?" I'm like, "In this brain."
Right? Yeah.
What do you mean? Where did I come up? And then the next question they say, "Well, who is sponsoring it? Is it for work?" I'm like, "No, it's in my
on
brain,
your
and
own
it has to. Yeah, it's my Well,
My
that
bank
and
account.
my bank account, and a lot of other people's
Yeah.
bank accounts of $20 to $100 to who broke my rules, $200.
The Big Leap. I keep thinking of the book The Big Leap. Have you read it?
No.
But
No. I
mean,
forget half the books I read, but I don't think I have.
talks about that point, like in every goal or achievement that we go on or we get to a point where we fuddle it up ourselves. Like
That's just fact.
it is what- We're gonna end this though. Time is happening.